Hello, welcome to GED exam preparation class. I am your host and instructor, Ruben Herrera. And on this video, we're going to learn about the number line and the sign numbers. Okay, my friends? So let us take a look at the number line. So this is what the number line looks like. We have what it looks like a horizontal line. And here at the very center of this horizontal line, we have the number 0. By the way, we have some numbers in here. You guys probably already noticed that. And then right here, I have some numbers going right here into this direction from left to right. And notice that the numbers increase as we go to the right. And these are the positive numbers, my friends, okay? With the positive numbers, the farther they go away from the 0, the bigger the number is. Okay, and then on this side, on the other side of the 0, on the left hand side going into this direction from right to left, we have the negative numbers. And you can tell these are the negative numbers because we have this negative sign right here on this side. And unlike the positive numbers, here with the negative number, the farther away they go from the 0, the smaller the number it is. Unlike the positive numbers, the farther away they go from the 0, the bigger it is. With the negative numbers, the farther they go away from the 0, the smaller the number will be. Okay, and let us see what else. Well, okay, now let us look what we're going to do, my friends, with the number line on your GED exam. They're going to ask you to do some operations, and this is where the operations with symbols or the sign numbers come into place. For examples, let us look at these numbers right here. There you go. So we have some operations right here. For example, I have 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. For example, if I'm right here on the number line of number 2 and I'm gonna add 3 more spaces. So that's 3 at 3 positive. So I'm gonna move towards that positive numbers. And I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. So I end up right here on the 5. Right here, very nice. Let us look at the next problem now. 2 plus 4 right here. 2 plus 4. So I'm right here on the number 2, for example, and I'm going to add 4 more spaces. That is 4 positive. So I'm going to move 4 spaces towards the right. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I will end up right here with the number 6. Okay, very nice, very nice. So far so good. Okay, I hope so. If you have any problems or do not understand this, you can always rewind this video back. Next, let us look at this. I have 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is equals to minus 1. And let us see why is this in the number line. So for example, right here, if I'm right here on the positive 2 right here, and I'm going to subtract 3, if I'm going to subtract, I'm going to go to the left, or for this matter, I'm going to go towards the negative numbers because I am subtracting. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. So I end up right here on the negative 1. Very nice. Now let us do this one right here. I'm going to erase my ink real quick. So let us do this problem right here. 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is equals to minus 2. So for example, right here, I'm right here on the 2's. Okay. And I'm going to subtract 4. So every time I subtract, I'm always going to move towards the negative numbers. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I end up right here on the negative 2. And so that's why I have right here that negative 2. Very well. Okay, so now let us look now at a next set of numbers of operations that I have. These numbers right here. This time I'm going to start from the negative numbers, or I'm going to be located within the negative numbers, and I'm going to add positive numbers. For example, right here on this problem right here, 2 plus minus 2 plus 3, that's equals to 1. And let us see why on the number line. I have right here, I'm right here on that negative 2, and I'm going to add 3, that is a positive 3. Okay, so I'm going to now move towards the positive numbers. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3, and I end up right here on the positive 1. So therefore, this is why my result is number 1. Very nice. Okay, now next, let us do this problem right here. Negative 2 plus 4. Negative 2 plus 4 is equals to 2. Okay, so I'm going to be right here on the negative 2, and I'm going to move 4, that is plus 4, so I'm going to move towards the positive numbers. So I'm going to do this 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I end up right here on this positive 2. Very nice. So it's my positive 2 right here. Okay, now let us look at a little bit of different examples. Now this can be a little tricky right here. Okay, so let us look at this example right here. I have minus 2 minus 3. So minus 2, I'm going to start right here on the negative 2. Okay, and I'm going to subtract 3. So I'm going to take, I have minus 2 already, and I'm going to take out 3 more. Okay, so for example, let's say that you went somewhere and bought yourself a cup of coffee, and you got $0 on your debit card. I mean, you did not know this, so you spent $2. Okay, so there you go, you're minus 2 now, you're in the negative numbers. And then you turn around and buy something else for $3, so you take $3 more. Now you are negative 5, or $5 in the hole. So for example, right here, just like with money, I have minus 2 right here, and then I spend $3 more, so I'm going to take 3 more out. So I'm going to move towards the negative numbers. Okay, just like we did on these two examples right here. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. So therefore, now I'm right here on the negative numbers, which is minus 5 right here. Okay, now let us look at the next example. The next example, I have minus 2 minus 4. So let us pretend right here that I loaned $2 to a friend of mine to go buy something from a vending machine. And then another friend comes around and say, hey, Ruben, can I loan $4 so that I can buy me a hot dog somewhere and a drink? And I'll say, sure. So there you go. I had $4 in cash. So I give him $4. So I loaned $2. So I was minus $2. And then another minus $4 that I loaned to yet another friend. So that will give me minus 6. For example, now I'm 2 right here. I'm on 2. I'm going to take out 4 more. So I'm going to move towards the negative numbers. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I am right here on the negative 6. And this is why I have a negative 6 right here. Very nice, very nice. Now, let us look at the next examples. The next examples are going to be even a little bit more trickier, my friends. Okay? Uh, but for that, we are going to use now these examples right here. Notice right here, this looks a little bit different. Notice that I have right here some parentheses right here. You see that? And notice that I have these two symbols right here. So you'd be like, well, what do I do? Do I add or do I subtract? Okay. Now, in order for us to be able to do this number successfully, there is a little rule that we need to follow, and it's called the rules of the symbols. And let me show you what they look like, my friends. This is what they look like right here. A positive 2, when the symbols are the same, that result is always going to be positive. When the symbols are different, okay, that result is always going to be in negative right here. For example, notice a positive and a positive will make a positive. A negative and a negative will make a positive. Remember, if the symbols are the same, If the symbols are equal, the result is positive. If the symbols are not equal or are different, the result is going to be negative. And that's the same criteria we're going to apply right here into these problems. I'm going to remove my ink right here. Now, for example, right here, I have 2 plus minus 3. Every time I see symbols that I side by side like this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel these two symbols and I'm going to substitute them for I'm going to substitute these two symbols for whatever this rule says right here. It says a positive and a negative is equals to a negative. So I'm going to substitute these two for a negative. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my operation the way I already know and the way I learned from these examples right here. For example, right here I have 2 minus 3, that'll be equals to minus 1. Remember, my friends? So if I'm right here on the 2, right here, and then I'm going to take minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3, and I end up right here on the negative 1. Very nice, very nice. Let us look at the next example. I have 2 plus minus 4. So what am I going to do with these two symbols? Only when they are side by side. You see, this symbol right here and this symbol right here are not side by side because there is a number, there's a parenthesis, and there is symbols in between them. But these two right here, these two symbols, the only thing that they have in between them is just one parenthesis. So therefore they are side by side. So I cancel these two. Okay, a positive and a negative is equals to a negative, and I'm going to substitute this for a negative. So 2 minus 4 is equals to minus 2. Very nice. Same thing with this problem right here. 2 minus plus 3. So I'm going to cancel these two numbers, these two symbols right here. I'm sorry. And I notice that a negative and a positive is equals to a negative. So I'm going to substitute these two numbers for a negative. And now I have the 2 minus 3 is equals to 1. Okay, just like we learned on this example right here. Now, next one right here. For this group, I have 2 minus positive 4. So I'm going to substitute these two. And once again, a negative and a positive is equals to a negative. So I'm going to have right here that 2 minus 4 is equals to minus 2. Very nice, my friends. I hope that we are learning and understanding these operations with symbols or operations with sign numbers. They can be a little bit difficult and a little bit tricky sometimes. Now let us look at the next group. Now I have right here, okay, same thing. Now I have two positives right here. Look, 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. So these two numbers right here I'm going to cancel. And this right here, 2 plus 2, two positives make a positive. So 2 plus right here. So 2 plus 5, 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. Very nice. Now let me do this right here. Now I'm going to do this 2 plus 4. These are equals to 6 because these two, remember that when the symbols are the same, they make a positive. So this will be a positive. Okay. So right here, so 2 plus 4 is equals to 6. Very nice. On the next problem right here, I have negative and a negative. A negative and a negative is equals to a positive. Okay, so two negative symbols side by side, we cancel those two symbols that are side by side and turn them into a positive. So I'm going to cancel these two. That's going to be a positive. So that's going to be 2 plus 5 is 2 plus 3, I'm sorry, is equals to 5. Okay, very nice. Last but not least right here, two negatives make a positive. Two negatives make a positive right here. So this is going to be 2 plus 4. Okay, that's 2 plus 4 is equals to 6. Very, very nice. Okay. Now, for example, what if I have, for example, a problem that would look something like this? I have a, for example, let's take this example right here. Okay, so I take that minus 2 minus, and let's say that I have right here a parenthesis and it says minus 2 minus positive 3. How will we perform this? Well, the same way. We're only going to concentrate on these two symbols right here, assuming that there is a positive number in here. Okay, so minus a negative and a positive is equals to a negative. Okay, a negative and a positive is equals to a negative. So this, I will cancel these two. This will become a negative, okay? So it'll be minus 2 minus 3. Minus 2 minus 3. So I have right here minus 2 right here, and I'm going to do minus 3. So I'm going to subtract 3 more. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 steps to the left because whenever I do minus, I go towards the negative numbers, and my result will be minus 5. Okay, so always be careful, my friends. Make sure that you always cancel these numbers, these symbols right here that are in the center, and not the ones that are on the sides. These on the sides will state that you will leave this alone and you will perform your operation accordingly. Okay, very nice. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next lesson. Thank you so much. Bye bye.